Hey guys, my name's Paul and I just wanted to do a quick walk around of my 2021 F250 in carbonized gray. So here it is, my 2021 F250 XLT in the carbonized gray color. At the end of this video, I'll show you the window sticker and tell you what I paid for the truck. I decided to go with the 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 with the 430 electronic locking rear axle. I went with the 6.2 because it is more than powerful for the trailer that I tow, which only has a 7,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating. This engine's pretty much bulletproof, which has been proven over a number of years now. I contemplated getting the 7.3 liter Godzilla V8. It would have been really nice, but I don't really need the extra power, and I think that there needs to be some more bugs worked out with the 10-speed transmission that it's mated with. I considered getting an F150, but I need the extra payload that the Super Duty provides, plus I think the Super Duty is a much more stable towing platform. I got the lower gearing, which is higher numerically, to have better pulling power and to help mitigate power loss that I'll have when putting on bigger tires. For example, I could run 37s on this truck and my effective gear ratio would come down to 3.73, which is what's standard for the truck. Up front here, you can see that I have the fog lights in the bumper. This is part of the XLT value package, which also comes with auto lock and unlock, a lockable folding rear underseat storage, 8-way power driver seat, reverse sensing system, and secure code keypad for entry on the driver's side door. You can just punch in the code and you're able to open up the truck without the keys. The XLT premium package includes all of that, plus heated front seats, a 2-way power passenger seat, and then a bunch of chrome accents, such as chrome wheels and a set of chrome running boards. The value package was $1,500 and the premium package was $3,000. For me, the premium package was not worth the extra money, although I do wish I had the heated seats and power passenger seat. Another option I got was the camper package. This includes heavy service front springs and an overload spring in the rear leaf pack, as well as a rear stabilizer. This makes the truck ride a little bit rough, but I wanted this package so I could get the rear overload spring. I was also hoping that the front spring would level the truck a little bit and help if I put an aftermarket bumper or a winch on. Here's the rear leaf pack, and you can see it's got 3 springs, and then here's the overload spring. Another mod I did was these F150 running boards that I bought on the Facebook Marketplace. I like this setup because the brackets on the F250 running boards hang much lower. These provide a nice clean look by being tucked up to the cab. You might think that they're less functional because they're up higher than the Super Duty running boards, but they still help out a lot, and I think the little bit of functionality that you sacrifice for the look is well worth it. Coming around the back, I installed the OEM tailgate dampener, which I'll be posting a video of the installation. I also got the tailgate step, so you just push this button here, it slides open, and then it also has an integrated handle. My truck's not that tall, but once I put some bigger tires, it'll come up a little bit. I got a spray-in bed liner. I opted to get Line-X Premium instead of getting the OEM bed liner because I think it's a better product overall. They actually prep the bed before spraying, and Line-X has a lifetime warranty. I got this done at the Line-X in Rancho Cordova. I'm extremely happy with their work. Go ahead and check them out if you're local and you want to get a bed liner sprayed. I also got the LED box lighting with this truck. You can see it on the side here. Just clicks on and then off. Super helpful for the dark or if you have a tonneau cover. Another option I got was these box links. I had a little bit of trouble installing them with the bed liner. I read online that some people had ground down some of the material, and I started doing that on one of them, but do not do that. If you just get it in place and then whack it with a rubber mallet, they'll slide in. Another option that I got was the fixed rear window with defrost and privacy glass. I went back and forth between getting this and getting the sliding rear window. I ultimately didn't want to spend the $400 on the sliding window because I'm not sure I would use it that much, and it's just another potential failure point. I've also read that people had problems with it leaking. I'm perfectly happy with this rear window. Underneath the truck, you can see I got the factory skid plates. I decided to get the skid plates instead of the FX4 package because they're only $100. The FX4 package is $400. And these days I've read that the shocks that they come with aren't that great. The other thing that you get with the FX4 package besides the skid plates and the upgraded shocks is the hill descent control mode, which is a sort of rock crawling downhill mode, but that can be flashed into the truck using ForeScan, and you can get the activation button that it uses pretty cheap. So that's a mod I plan on doing in the future. Coming around to the inside of the truck, you can see that I have the vinyl flooring in lieu of carpet. I decided to get this because this truck is going to be strictly used for camping, dirt biking, and some light off-roading, so this upgrade was a no-brainer. The carpet would have gotten destroyed eventually, plus this option actually saves you 50 bucks. You can see the floor mats I have here are the Husky Exact Contour floor mats. The front set, there's two different model numbers, one that's for trucks with carpet, and then this one which is specifically made for trucks with vinyl flooring. The rear mat is the same mat for both trucks, whether it has vinyl flooring or carpet. It's really good quality. I like that it's not as stiff as the WeatherTech, which I've had in the past in other vehicles, and I think that the mounting points match up with the factory floor studs perfectly. You can see here, they just click into place, and then there's your vinyl flooring underneath. Another option that I got, which is super important to me, is the center console, which comes with the 8-inch navigation screen. This is one of the main reasons I decided to go with an XLT instead of an STX. In the Super Duties, unlike the F150s, the center console can only be had in the XLT trim. You can't get it with the STX. I really don't like the middle seat, and I don't think that I would have used it very much. It would have functioned as a center console 99% of the time with much less storage, making the extra seat basically a waste. This makes the truck feel a lot more premium to me. You can see I got the upfitter switches with this truck. Along with that, I also purchased the 240 amp alternator and the dual battery setup. I plan on getting an integrated winch from Warren, putting it in onboard air, maybe an air horn, and some auxiliary lights. So these three options were a must-have. I also have a small inverter with the truck that provides 110 volt, 400 watt max AC power. You can use it to power a laptop or recharge camera batteries, and it's actually powerful enough for the smaller DeWalt battery recharger. Another key option that I got was the adjustable pedals. In previous years, these pedals were included with the XLT Value and XLT Premium packages, but Ford, trying to cut costs, took them out of those packages, and you have to start ordering them a la carte. I believe it's order code 62M for the 2021 model year. This is super important for shorter drivers to be able to drive the truck comfortably and safely. Without it, you have to get too close to the steering wheel and you're basically on top of it hugging it. But with these, you're able to just raise the entire cluster of the brake and gas pedal forward a few inches. And it may not seem like much, but my wife is 5'3" and it's super helpful for her to drive this thing safely and comfortably. Another mod that I did was these Carhartt Precision Fit seat covers. I'm super happy with these covers. I think they look great and they're supposed to be very durable. I really like that they match the factory gray color pretty well. I don't really like seat covers in general, but these were a must-have since I have two small children that I know just tear up the cloth seats in the truck. There are three different versions of the Carhartt seat covers available for the F250. One is sold directly from Ford, and I think it's the worst one. It's missing fabric on the side of the cover and just the bare seats exposed. I think that's to help the airbag deploy, but you can see these here have an airbag tag and they're designed to work with the factory airbags. The second is the Seat Saver series. These have a looser fit and they're still very durable, but they don't look as good. I think they're made to be taken on and off easily. And then the third kind are these, the Precision Fit series. These are the most premium of the three. They fit very well and they're meant to stay on and look factory, which I think they do a great job of, even though they are kind of a pain in the butt to install. It also came with this cover for the center console, which I was debating putting on, but in my old Ford Ranger, the center console got destroyed and it was really hard to find a replacement for it, and it was also really expensive. So even though I prefer not to have it, I keep it on there since I have two kids. Underneath the center console cover is a kind of soft touch fake leather like you find here on the door. You can see here in the back, the fold-up seats provide a huge amount of room when they fold it up. I could literally sleep back here if I wanted to. And there's also this lockable, foldable box back here that's included with the XLT value and XLT premium packages. You can see when it's closed, it's just completely flat, but then you're able to flip it up and then it locks into place here. Oh, where's the locks? And then you can lock it here too when it's down. There's also a divider that swings out on that end. It divides it 1/3 and 2/3. When you close the seats down like this, you're able to use your key for the ignition and lock it here so it prevents the seat from coming up. And while that's not completely, theft proof, it is a deterrent and it's a little bit more secure than just having nothing at all. Coming around to the back of the console, you can see there's another power inverter here. And then there's also charging ports, one USB-C, which is new for 2021, and then one USB-A. And then there's also a 12-volt back here. This was super important to me because having kids back here, you want them to be able to power their devices on long trips and then also have the rear vents to help them be more comfortable back here. You can see the Carhartt seat covers in the back look really good as well. They fit nice and tight and they do a great job of protecting the seats from grimy little children. That pretty much does it for the walk around. I'm really happy with this truck so far and it completely meets my needs. I think I did a pretty good job of getting a truck that has some level of creature comforts while still keeping it fairly simple. Some future plans I have for the truck are putting a tonneau cover on. I'm also going to get bigger tires and possibly aftermarket wheels. I'm thinking about blacking out the grille with the Lariat blackout grille and replacing all the emblems with black accents. I'm not sure about that though. I'm also going to be putting an onboard air system for dirt biking and airing up and down the tires. I'll be adding a Raptor steering wheel with working paddle shifters pretty soon. And then I'm hopefully going to be putting on some Carli suspension down the line, maybe 6 months or a year. So as promised, here's my window sticker. You can tell by the green borders that it's a custom order, not something from the dealer stock. So it's a 2021 F250 single rear wheel 4x4 crew cab with the XLT trim, the 160-inch wheelbase, which is the short bed, and it has the 6.2 liter V8 with the 6-speed transmission, which is the 6R100. One option that I got, which I forgot to mention in the walk around, is the remote start system. This allows me to remotely start the vehicle from the key fob. I ordered this truck on November 24th, 2020. It took 74 days for it to get built and delivered, and it was finally delivered to the dealership on February 6th, 2021. I paid $48,000 for this truck before tax and license. Originally, I was shopping for a used truck, but the price of used trucks went up so much, especially in California, that it just made sense to spend a couple $1,000 more to get a brand new truck. Now, in my area, none of the dealers would budge from MSRP. I found maybe one that would go $500 below MSRP. By ordering in Oregon, I was able to not only get invoice, but I actually got about $1,200 under invoice. At the time of delivery, there is only one $250 rebate from Ford. Like I said, COVID really screwed up the truck market, and because of supply issues, the inventory was low on dealer lots, and dealers didn't really have to make a deal in order to sell trucks. People were paying MSRP if they were even able to find a truck on the lot. I'm sure if I had waited another year or so, the market would have leveled out, but I needed a truck now. I'm not willing to skip a year's worth of vacation just to save some money. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to follow along with the build, consider hitting the subscribe button. I'll also be putting out videos for doing mods on my dirt bike as well as my travel trailer. I'm going to be installing a full solar setup on that thing pretty soon, as well as some other minor mods. In the future, I'll also be building a rooftop tent that's bed mounted for this truck. I also hope to get either an XJ Cherokee or possibly a 4Runner to be doing an overland off-road style build. So if any of that stuff interests you, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next video.